Good morning, everybody. So today is the day. I got to move the dump truck out of the way, pull the excavator up here, fuel it up, put some DEF fluid in that, and then, well, I'm going to take the grading bucket off, put the digging bucket on, because today is the day the core trench goes in and we start building the pond dam. Well, actually, it's going to be me today, so it's just me. No we today. Should have some help tomorrow, though. I'm going to go down there in the bottom and cut, well, actually I'm going to go up here and dam up the spring right there so that it'll just kind of stay up here in the head section for right now, and go down there, dig all the mud out, get the core trench dug in there, and just kind of fill in that bottom a little bit to level it up. I'm not going to completely build the dam up in the center right now, but I'm going to raise it up enough where it kind of fills in the valley there a little bit. In worst case, we have a big storm or something coming, I can always cut a little ditch through there to let it drain down, and then start working on getting the dam built from about the field out and across there. So a lot of clay to move today, and I need to get started. So even as dry as it's been, there's still a nice stream flowing right there. So what I'm going to do today is dig a little bit of this, throw up a little temporary cofferdam across here, and let that kind of dam up over here out of the way. I may do it right here, give me a little bit more storage. And then I'm going to go in here and cut out where the dam's got to go. Go ahead and get some clay brought in here and fill that in a little bit. I'm probably just going to fill in maybe about 5 or 6 feet deep right now. Just so the problem I normally have, I ain't saying it's really a problem, it's just more of an inconvenience, is when I build each half of the dam, as you can tell, there's not much dam over here, but there's like 200 and some feet over here. When it's that tall, it's going to be a steep valley right here. Well, I like to leave it open so it'll drain, but having to come back in here and get the core dug out when you're in between two 20-foot tall piles of dirt is a little difficult. So what I'm going to do is go in here first and cut all that out, go ahead and put the core in and some of the dam, and then I can always just dig a little ditch through there to let it drain. But when it's time to fill the dam in, I don't have to go in there and try to dig out 15 truckloads of bad dirt and get all that put in between two giant walls of dirt. So I think this is going to be a little bit better method, and I'm going to give it a try this time. All right, first scoop in the ditch. See how well this sandy topsoil creates a cofferdam. That's like pure sand right there. I need to find something a little bit better than that. Call it a beaver dam with sticks and everything. You'd actually be surprised how much that will hold back that little wall of dirt. So this is just to keep this from flowing down while I'm trying to dig out the core trench. Once I get the clay put in there, it really won't matter. Let's see if I can find something a little less sandy. Just a little less sandy. A little bit, not really. Put some of that on the front side. Cofferdam of sand will hold back. That should keep it from flowing. Find a little more clay topsoil here. Oh yeah, that'll seal the front side of it up. me, I don't know, 2 or 3 days probably. Maybe not. We shall see. Alright, fun part. Let's go down here and get this mess. Alright, let's push a little of this gooey mess out so it'll drain. Bye-bye. Alright, now I'm going to... Well, that's good clay right there. That's nice. Clean all this mess out. Lay it over here. So Potowa Dam is probably going to go to where I'm laying that out at. Rake all this mud out. I'll just pile it up right there, out of the way. All this stripped down to a clay material. Then I'll start. What I'm going to do is just reach up there and dig the core trench as far as I can up the hill. There's no need to go all the way to the top right now. Just trying to fill in this lower section today. And then I can go up there and dig that out once I'm ready to tie the dam in farther up the hill. Which I'll probably go ahead and go halfway or so, just to make sure it's tied in there real nicely. In fact, I should probably use this dirt that I'm raking down here to my advantage. Sit a little more level and go ahead and cut it in. Because I can use this to fill in right there. And what I'm trying to do is just get like any chunks of wood like that out. Down to a good solid clay base. Actually put the dirt I dig out on the front side and kind of use that as an edge as I build the pond dam to kind of shape and guide whoever I have running the dozer as to where the dirt needs to go. But for today it's going to be me, so I'll know where the dirt needs to go. Alright, let's first scoop of the core trench. Let's see, I'm not going to move. Well, it's going to be wide enough for the dozer to fit down. Anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, that's some good red clay there. I like it. Right here to seal this off so that it will not leak through while I have a big pit open right here. Make this trench wide through. Down in there. We'll try to dig into that. That way we get a good seal down into that. Solid base there, about 5 feet deep or so. Those should fit in there. Dump my clay and get it all compacted in place. Technically my second cofferdam. Keep that packed in place, and I'm going to continue to dig this out, separate that mud out, and then it'll be time to go dig some clay and start hauling it over here to fill this in some. Okay, so I made it through the ditch bottom there, getting all this cut out. As you can see, there is a lot of material to cut out for this core trench. I'm probably, with what I'm cutting out for the dam, 8 feet in the ground right here. But I wanted to get down to a good solid material, and I have gotten to a good solid material because I can't dig it. And when you can't dig it, I'm going to say that that's solid enough where that's all you can do. It's kind of like that rock clay, but no digging, it smokes the teeth. So I'll get in here and put that clay in here real good and make a good solid core for this pond, and everything should be good to go. Laying all this dirt right here on the front edge. This will be the toe of the slope, and as we put the clay in here, I'll take the dozer and just kind of keep pushing that up against this front edge and getting all that tracked in and compacted in, and that will save on a lot of the clay kind of rolling out and wasting it. So we have a lot of clay, but it's going to take a lot of clay for this pond dam, and I don't want to waste it on a slope where it doesn't really matter what type of dirt is used. I just need it for the central core of the dam, you know, a good 20 foot wide. Of course, it's going to be about 40 foot wide right here, and that makes a good solid structure in the dam. And then pretty much the back slope, which is all this topsoil and top dirt that I cut off, blend all that in, pull that slope back, and have a nice slope on the back of the pond dam. But it's all she wants to dig. I'm solo today because I knew I'd spend half the morning, or majority of the morning, digging all this out. There was nothing else or nobody else to do but sit and watch. Does that put the core trench into perspective? Top of dam is literally about probably the lower V on the boom right there. Oh, that's a lot of dirt. All that's gonna just be dug down probably pretty deep. All right, so I got about half of the core trench completed. Just some absolute beautiful red clay. Look at how good it's sticking in the bucket. That's gonna pack so good. Good moisture content right here. Got all that dug out down in there. I'm gonna come down here with the dozer and blade this off, build me a ramp down in here. I haven't decided. I think I'm just gonna start loading right here. It's easy enough for me just to jump in the truck and back. Tomorrow when I have help, probably go over there and cut all that out and get that side done and then focus over here. They said they could possibly cut the wheat tomorrow, which would be dandy because I got to go up to there, which honestly, if I do bulldozer it over, it's like $100 worth of wheat, so not the end of the world. By no means, even though everybody thinks it is. But yes, this core trench, got about half of it done. Put me a marker right here so that when I fill this in, I'll know where to come back and dig down to tie into it. So I'm gonna jump on the dozer, come in here, level this out, set that excavator up over here, probably dig down, get some of this good clay, and just back the truck down in here and put 5 or 6 loads in here, spread it out, compact it in, and keep working from there. First load of clay going into the truck for the pond dam. So I'm gonna start right here and just kind of pull this slope down off of that right there, and just cut this out and work my way back. Cutout right here. I'm going to go down until it looks like the clay starts to change. And just kind of keep working my way up the hill. Set the camera up when I back the truck down the trench there, core trench. It'll really show you the magnitude of it. You got to keep in mind that that's only half the core trench. It still goes up the field another 100 feet or so, and you could probably stack 2 of those trucks on top of each other and still be buried in the ground down there at the bottom. So it's pretty insane how big that's going to be. But I knew it was going to be a lot of dirt. Like everything. I just want that bottom filled in today. I can kind of work on that by myself. I'll have some help tomorrow. We'll haul a few loads of clay, jump on the dozer and the roller, blade it off, pack it in, just kind of keep running our lifts out that way. Getting as much as we possibly can done. So that maybe possibly have a chance of rain tomorrow evening. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. beautiful clay. I love it. Is it even a load if we don't put as much as we can possibly fit on there in the truck? I think we say one more scoop. There we go. Alright, time to play leapfrog and go dump that. First load, let's see how well I can back in there with it. First few is going to be a little tricky because it's kind of more, not really more of a turn, more of a hook. Was that fit? No, we were about to turn over. All up in the bank. Once I get started, I'll be, well, get turned around. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We missed our gear here. There we go. Let's try again. We almost had a runaway dump truck. That would have just been dandy. Why are we about to flip over? Get back in the trench. There we go. Good dump truck. Well, once I get a little farther away, I can swing out a little bit better. See, it's a little tight right there. We lost a little dirt. That wasn't helping anything. Somebody had to put all the scoops in the truck. I think we need a video of the first load dumping. So if that puts it into perspective, that flag right there on the top is top of dam. Yeah, truck's like probably 14 feet high to the top of that dirt. That's a long ways above it. So you know what that means? There's a lot of dirt that's got to go in here. I better quit filming and get to hauling. first lift, backing it in. So that's almost filled into the top of the core trench up here now. I'm gonna focus on hauling a few more loads down there to the bottom, kind of getting that filled in and leveled out a little bit more now that it's a little easier to drive in here with the equipment now. I'll probably dump 4 or 5 loads, about four loads down there at the time, spread them out, kind of start raising that up and getting it tied into about the toe of where I stopped the core trench on the other side of the hill over there. So I got a load loaded up. Let's back it down here and dump it out. Well, it's coming along. Probably got, gosh, there's probably 6 feet in here right now, I would say. So I'm probably already, maybe a foot higher than that pool right there. I'm gonna put in another lift before I leave today and get that rolled in, and then tomorrow we should be able to rock and roll and maybe get another 5 or 6 feet all the way across here added to it. So definitely look a lot different tomorrow. Let's move some more dirt. So I've heard on the radio that smoky haze is actually from wildfires in Canada, which, if anybody knows where I'm at, I'm a long ways from Canada, so I think that's kind of cool that some smoke has made it down here that far. Must be a heck of a fire. I wonder if they've ever gotten any of my smoke. Well, made pretty good progress today. Ended up getting 32 loads of dirt hauled over there. And this is the hole I've cut out. Look at the groundwater coming out right there. So already getting down into the water table. Extend this out there tomorrow, just kind of chasing that clay is starting to run out right in there. But what I'd like to do is cut a hole out right here and then take all that crap, push it over into it and cover it up with a little topsoil. That way it's just kind of out of mind, out of sight down here in the ground. And then start another cut right here and work this. Probably get all this cut back to over here tomorrow, I would say, all the way down. If I got 32 loads by myself today, have some help tomorrow, should be at least getting 70, because I spent majority of the morning digging this core trench out. So that was probably another 30 loads right there, I would say, easy. So I'm gonna jump on the dozer. I got like 2, 4, 6, 7 loads right there, and knock that down, roll it in, and call it a day. Well, the little roller gets left over there tonight. Everything else that needed to be greased, that needed to be greased, that needed to be fueled up, and fueling the dozer up. So we just kind of park around the water cooler, the fuel trailer. Oh, it's making life so much easier. I love it. This will be fueled up here in a minute, and I get to go home.